Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Thursday Thriving. Are you planning to prosper? Are you preparing for winter? Has anybody caught the reports that contract signings in Brooklyn and Manhattan are down over 25%? Anybody pick that up? Buckle up, folks. Buckle up, folks. It's going to be interesting to see where things go. But for today, we continue our reporting on the Tony Robbins Financial Seminar Summit. And today we got Mr. Paul Tudor Jones, considered by many to be the world's greatest trader. And he quotes that this is the mother of all financial bubbles. The mother of all financial bubbles. That essentially, in order to make the shifts necessary for progress, that we need different strategies that we've been seeing about 30 years, that inflation resembles what it was back in the 70s, that we may continue to see systematic inflation for years to come. And so what do we do? Ready? Drum roll. Mr. Paul Tudor Jones says that the most important thing to look out for, the most important thing to consider today while deciding what to do, is to look for asymmetrical risk. How about that? Last week we talked Ray Dalio, the most successful wealth manager of all time. Today we're talking Paul Tudor Jones, the most successful trader of all time. And is it ironic? Is it a shock that both of these gentlemen have the same financial model of make sure you're not going into one-to-one bets. Make sure you're going into bets where $1 has the opportunity, not a guarantee because those don't exist, has the opportunity to make you $5. He quotes that you can be wrong 80% of the time and still be up 20%. Because again, if you make several 1 to 5 bets and a few of them fail, but all of your bets are in this asymmetrical space of 1 to 5 or better, you don't need to win every time. You just need to win sometimes, and you tend to win big. This is very common in the crypto space. People, get into altcoins or whatever, and if you bought 10, 15, 20 altcoins, it doesn't matter if most of them go to nothing, as long as a few hit. I mean, again, the crypto space is a little different. Many call it gambling. In any case, I'm just reporting. You make your own financial decisions. So what do? According to Paul Tudor Jones, investment in long-term commodities is a good idea. He says that commodities are often undervalued relative to financial assets. And as we go through this tightening, as we continue to go through this tightening, commodities could outperform financial assets by a wide margin. He, like everybody else there, liked real estate, that it's a great investment for a 5 to 10 year hold. We've all heard it, when there's blood in the streets, buy water. I think we're going to see some of that. We're going to see some tightening and some price dropping. I think all that's coming. And then, this is now about 2 months dated. When I was talking, when I was listening to Paul Tudor Jones about 2 months ago, and at that point he said, just think about how you feel when your stock portfolio starts to go down, how emotionally you react. So wait about 20 or 30% before you buy anything more. Well, here we are a couple months later, and we seem to be right around there. So again, make your own financial decisions, make your own choices. I'm just telling you what I heard and what could be. But lots of, I'm on the phone with my wealth manager almost every day talking about, what's on sale today and what can we do. And we're having all those conversations. We're having the asymmetrical risk conversations of, okay, what do you realistically think is going to happen here? And most importantly, when considering stocks, think about the business model. Netflix, Peloton, do they recover? Who knows? They very much had COVID models, and now that COVID's over and people are out and about again, so again, make your own choices. He says, and I quote, crypto has its place in the new digitized world, which is ironic because all these guys were dismissive of crypto a couple years ago, and now it seems like everyone's kind of saying this thing's here to stay. And obviously he talks about blockchain, that the potential for commercial application and its long-term use is very exciting. I mean, blockchain is clearly going to revolutionize everything along with Web 3.0. So the world's greatest financial trader says, make sure that you're asset allocating, look into real estate, look into commodities, and most importantly, make sure that you are considering that you're not making one-to-one bets. That's what I have for you on this fine Thursday. Please make sure that you are doing your homework. Do not sleep on all this stuff. Get yourself prepared. Get yourself ready. Start reading blogs. Make sure that you are planning to prosper. This could be one of the world's greatest opportunities. And if you are prepared, you can come out of it on the other side much better than you went into it. And I am committed to sharing as much as possible to make sure as many of us as possible come out better on the side. That's what I have for you today, folks. See you next week.